Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Ooh, child, it's a lot going on in the entertainment industry. Today, we are going to talk about two of the more visible celebrities in the entertainment industry. We're going to talk about Diddy, and we're also going to talk about Will Smith, right? So, first, let's talk about Diddy. Now, see, we have known those of us that are of age that grew, particularly those of us that grew up in the 90s, we are really familiar with a lot of rumors and alleged incidents coming out of the Diddy camp, right? Bad Boy Records camp. I mean, dating all the way back to um him being implicated in the in the how do you say it in the him being implicated into the assassination of Tupac Shakur, as well as Notorious Big, right? So, honey, this man right here has been dancing around in the synagogue of Satan forever, and now the devil is coming to get his due. Okay, so what's going on right now, though, is some rumors that are now being dealt with publicly. Now, like I said, if it was back in the day, you remember a lot of rumors going around concerning Diddy, his girl Kim Porter, the person that is filing suit against him now, Cassie. I mean, it was just a lot, and not only Cassie and Kim Porter, Jennifer Lopez, his other baby mamas, just several women he was fooling with all at once, right? And now I'm thinking, was he doing all of this only because he needed those women to be beers for him while in the process of allegedly abusing them? And what does these other women know that are not speaking out? Now, see, when it comes to Puff Daddy, like I said, the devil is getting ready to get his due, and they fist to Bill Cosby him, honey. Y'all remember what happened to Bill Cosby, right? There were all sort of allegations against Bill Cosby, that had been dating back for decades of him, drugging, went to prison for him drugging, and assaulting, women, right? I'm like, oh Lord, did you finna get Bill Cosby, right? And then make it so bad that not only are they gonna Bill Cosby him, right, that movie mogul that went to prison for assaulting all those actresses and stuff, and all those actresses started speaking out on him. It spurred the Me Too Foundation. He even sounded like a little bit of R. Kelly. Okay. I'm like, oh, it's all this demon right here. He all of them rolled up into one because he been doing the most. Okay, he been doing the most for the longest time. He sold his soul long time ago, right? But now, honey, like I said, now the devil fixed to get his due. But anyway, moving right along. I just had to give the opening statement. So we know that we learned that I believe yesterday I learned about this yesterday, right? I'm gonna say when I learned about it. But a little while ago, um his ex-girlfriend by the name of Cassie Ventura, she filed a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy Love Doctor, whatever he called himself now, Sean Puffy Combs, right? Once known as Sean Puffy Combs. His legal name is Sean Combs, right? Anyway, child, she done filed a 35 count document, a 35 pages long worth of documents, alleging over a decade of all types of abuse, everything from him alleging that he repeatedly perpetrated domestic violence against her in the way of physical, mental, sexual, emotional, every type of, I'm sure, even economic abuse towards any kind of type of abuse, that domestic violence that you can think of, because there are many levels. Cassie is alleging that Diddy did that to her. She's pretty much stating that she was in fear of her life. Honey, I read through some of them court documents and I was screenshotting my tail off. And I was like, oh my God, right? It's just so much. But anyway, here is the first part of the complaint launched that Miss Ventura, the first part of the suit, should I say, when it comes to her suing Diddy for $30 million. It's a lot going on with this, right? I got to reading through some of this stuff, and he did a lot of real wicked and demonic things to her. But that is what happened when you dance around in the synagogue of Satan. And what Diddy forgot is Diddy is still he is still melanated in this country. If they can take down somebody like Bill Cosby, because he did he think he untouchable, right? But honey, let me tell you something. If they can take down not Bill Cosby, but Harvey Weinstein, one of the biggest, he owned a movie studio, and one of the most relevant men in Hollywood, one of the most powerful men in Hollywood. Honey, if they can take him down and send him to prison, what does Diddy think gonna happen to him? Not only that, honey, not only let me tell you, the lawyer that is going to be defending Cassie's lawsuit, that is the same lawyer that took down Harvey Weinstein. Okay. And let me tell you something. This is some of the these are some of the allegations, and they are pretty gross. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have seen the videos right now, but this one in particular, when as it pertains to sex trafficking, is pretty gross to me. And then my thing is like she said that he would when he would tell her that he want a FO, which is a freak off or something like that. And I'm thinking then she would have to find black male sex workers with large penises. Y'all see it on the screen, child. She would have to find them herself, call them up, and all of this and all of that, right? And we have also been hearing rumors of Diddy, for years, that he is the- potentially bisexual, allegedly. And I say bisexual only because he has children. He does have relations with these women that he is allegedly abusing. So that's the label I'm gonna put on him right now, right? Allegedly, child, allegedly, right? But anyway, um, this is a like I said, these are it's 35 counts on her, right? It's a 35-page count document with over 100. There's at least a hundred issues that Cassie says he done to her. If I'm saying that right, it's a lot. It's a lot going on, right? To the point to where there's no way you can put all of those things that she said he did to her in one video, right? So anyway, child. But this right here, this part right here is particularly disturbing because she said he would make her do, find these workers to come sleep with her, and all of this and all of that. She accused him of, she met him when she was 19 years old, right? And she says that I'm saying allegedly. This is all allegedly because I wasn't there, right? But in the court documents, she state that he started her on drug use. He started giving her pills like ecstasy and everything else, and he would drug her up, and then assault her or whatever, and go having relations with her. Not only that, he would drug her up and make her have relations with these male sex workers, right, with large eggplant emojis, right. And he started that when she was 19 years old, right. Not only that, she breaks down some of the horrible things that he in fact did to her, and it's just a lot, right? uh I mean, it happened, like I said, it happened for over a decade, and it's just really, 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 really terrible, right? And I don't understand, you know I don't understand where his mind was, but I'm assuming his mind was drug induced as well. Even if he was stone cold sober, honey, we know Diddy did the most, right? Well, allegedly, we've heard rumors for decades concerning what he done, right? And she even talks about one night, one of his guards came in there and said, that he seen Suge Knight, honey, and he went to get some guns out the safe and all of this and all that. Like he was gonna go, you know, pop Suge Knight and all. Nothing came of that situation, and it was just like a lot. The girl was terrified of it for years and years and years, right? And I'm showing y'all some receipts, right? Because like I said, I went to screenshot my tail out, right? So anyway, also in one of those court documents, she's talking about when she went with Kid Cudi, the rapper Kid Cudi, and she dated him, somewhere around 2011, about a year, right? Because she tried to leave him several times, and so one of them times she tried to leave him, she got with Kid Cudi, right? And so Diddy found out about it, and he said he was, allegedly, he said it's in the court documents. I'm saying allegedly, that he was wanting to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Now Kid Cudi is agreeing with her in these statements and the documents, and he backs up her claims, right? And he said, Diddy allegedly said he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, right? Well, a couple of days later, his car got blew up, or his car blew up in the driveway of his home, and his friends was in the house. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, did he want to just blow up the car to scare him, or did he want to blow up him in the car, honey? So anyway, here's this little part right here. Let me read it to you. Child. Documents state Kid Cudi backs Cassie's claims, and it's not only just Kid Cudi backing Cassie. It's a whole lot of people backing Cassie, right? And I think that more suits are going to come out of this, right? The Danity Kane lady, she been speaking out for a long time. That other girl, was sending her well wishes, and this has gone on for decades. So we're like I said, I think that the floodgates have been opened, and I think that Cassie is only the first of many suits that are going to be filed um, against him, especially when it pertains to some of these women and maybe some men allegedly. Okay, because we used to hear about all these wild sex parties that he used to have. Some of the rappers have been telling tales about him forever. 50 Cent always he's always roasting them, with these rumors about him and other guys and relationships. It be a lot going on, right? But we've been hearing about this forever, right? Those of the us that are you know old enough to remember, like the list goes on and on and on, and it goes back for years, right? So these are just some of the other claims that she said he done to her. She was afraid of him. On this one right here, number 13 says she cannot, however, continue to live in silence. Now, see, this is why she's filing the lawsuit. This is why I want to read to you this part right here because it's very important. This explains why she's doing this, right? She said Miss Ventura has now fully escaped from home. She done got away from him. She married now. She even got two kids, but before after she escaped him this last time in 2018, because like I said, he had been fooling with her since she was 19 years old. I think he was like 37, lasted over 10 years. She got out of it in 2018 for good. I don't know how. I'm just glad she finally got the strength to finally be done. And I think that the reason that she may have finally been done is the fact that she said one night she was at home, he broke into her home, and he raped, allegedly. She says he raped her, right? And so maybe that is what the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm like, he was turning her all over the place. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. She said, but the documents state at one point she allegedly went to the hospital, had an MRI because she was having memory loss. The MRI came back up with the doctor stated, told her that the reason why she was having memory loss is because she had been beaten in the head so much, and plus all the drugs that Diddy had been allegedly forcing on her, right? Child, it's a lot. But let me read this. Number 12 says Miss Ventura had talking about Cassie. has now fully escaped to Mr. Combs, but the harm that the assault and the sexual abuse he caused her to experience for nearly a decade will forever haunt her. See, this is why she is now filing this suit, right? She has required intensive medical and psychological care to recover from the trauma she lived through. She cannot, however, continue to live in silence about what she endured. Mr. Combs remains immensely powerful, right? And immensely dangerous, right? Because he is a live wire, honey. They say he is horrible, a whole demon, right? Allegedly. And Miss Ventura therefore seeks justice for the decade of her life that Mr. Combs took away from her. Cause yes, she can't never get it back, right? Um, took away from her with threats of violence, excessive use of drugs, physical and psychological abuse, and sexual slavery. And that is why she is suing him. Not only, for money, not just for money. The money, I don't even know who came up with that amount. Maybe the lawyer came up with that amount, but she's seeking justice. That's what she wants. And you can't, get those years back, but she wants him to pay. She's got every right to feel that way because I absolutely believe her. Now, number one, at the bottom of the documents, uh, it says, in addition, any suggestion that Miss Ventura would refuse to ever. Now, this is another one of the counts. Remember, I told you about the freak offs? It says, in addition, any suggestion that Miss Ventura would refuse the FO or otherwise report to Mr. Combs' abuse was met with ultimatums by Mr. Combs, who would say that Miss Ventura could not go to the police because she had a lot to lose. And I think when he was saying she had a lot to lose, I don't know if he was threatening her life. I don't know if he was threatening to expose the all the tapes, all the recordings and stuff, that he made of her. Even when she said that she would try to find these recordings and delete them, and he would tell her that the files had been backed up and all of this and all of that, right? She was just, absolutely, in fear of her life and in fear of what he, would do to her, say about her, expose about her. There's even been rumors that allegedly he told some of his homeboys about her and all of this, and would require her to have relations with some of his so-called homeboys, just pretty much just treating her like trash. Pretty much that's how he treat her. But that's what they do when they groom you, when they severely abuse you. They want to take away your feelings of freedom. They can't let you breathe. The only thing that you can do because you're in fear is what they want you to do. And if you refuse to do something they want you to do, they'll just beat you up again. That's what domestic violence abusers do. And yeah, I believe it. Now I found, as I'm scrolling through to get screenshots, this was a video evidently that Diddy did on the Snapchat. This is Cassie laying on the floor, covered up on the blanket, and he's telling her to get up. The sun is out. Let's go jogging. Let's go eat or something. And she's just covered up in the blanket, And I was just like, oh my god. So this is him trying to demean her, because she wants to, who knows what she looks like under that blanket. I just feel so sorry, and there, like I said, and then another thing is the lawyer will not have um put all of these counts on this lawsuit if he didn't have any proof. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I said, he is the lawyer. He is the reason why Harvey Weinstein is in jail right now, right? And he took on that case. Now, if this man didn't have proof of all of this stuff all of these counts that he put down on this 35-page document, you best believe he wouldn't have put it down, right? So, whatever whatever kind of information they find out via discovery, we know eventually it's gonna get leaked out to the public. Okay, so I am anxious to see what all they find out. In addition to that, another thing that there is also proof that there had been the police called at least one time, right? Cause Miss Cassie, she had went home. Her mom was there. Diddy came over trying to get, one of the times that they broke up, trying to get her back home. The mom called the police, and the police came out. Nothing happened, but it was a lot going on. But there's a document of that. Let's see. This is the other part of it. It says days ago the couple reportedly got into a heated spat and the cops were called. It says according to TMZ, Cassie and Diddy. Now this is years ago, prior to 2018. Diddy got into a jealous argument over suspicious text messages. He snatched her phone, left their car, and she took off with her driver. Said Diddy eventually returned to the home and gave back her phone. Cassie's mom called the cops, and the domestic incident was reported and filed. And another thing, she may not have filed any domestic violence charges on him at the time, but there's a law now, um, because of cases like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein. There's a law now that in some states that give you up to 10 years to report domestic violence that had been perpetrated on you, as well as you have 10 years to file these uh, uh, co- uh, what do you call criminal charges against the perpetrator, right? And so, from what I understand, there is right now a little something going on between Diddy and the courts in New York City. So we're gonna have to see how that pans out. And not only that, um, Diddy is trying to throw everything back on her, trying to make it seem like so this is the lawyer. This is the lawyer's name right here. This is the man that put away like I said, Weinstein, right? One of the most powerful men in Hollywood. This is Cassie's lawyer, and he wouldn't have taken his case if he didn't feel like it was any merit to it or any evidence or any of that. So well Diddy thought he was preserving stuff to embarrass this girl and keep her tied to him. He might have been, saving the very things that are going to take him down. We gonna have to see. But like I said, it's time for the devil to get his due when it comes to Diddy, in my opinion, right? Now on this right here, I showed this because Young Jock shared this years ago about Diddy and Cassie and how he made her shave her head. He said that they were at a party one night and he seen this woman come in and half of the side of her head was shaved. And he said, Cat, he jumped over the bar or something like that and said, Cassie, tomorrow I want you to shave the side of your head, right? And Young Jock said he asked her, are you gonna really do that? And she was like, whatever Diddy wants me to do, And so, but next day she shaved the side of her head, child. I was like, oh my God, what is really going on, right? Like I said, there were also, like I said, when they first got together, he was still in a relationship with his mother, the mother of his twins, Kim Porter, which is now deceased, and we know that she died, and some people believed, and I also believe, the way that she died is very suspicious, and people was really wanting to know what really happened, because she reportedly said allegedly was planning to write a tell-all book about Diddy, and so that's why people have always wondered, what really happened to Kim Porter. um, and I'm hoping that if something, foul did happen to her, I hope that it will be exposed, you know. But we're gonna have to wait and see about that too. There were also allegations that he abused Kim Porter. One person, I don't know if it was a ex, I think it was an ex bodyguard, told a story one time that Kim Porter had started seeing this guy because Diddy was fooling around. He allegedly took his life, right? Allegedly took his life. But as far as Kim Porter goes, when Diddy found out about it, he beat her so bad that he slammed her face through a coffee table and broke her nose, you know, and it's allegedly, and it's just a lot. But like I said, if something nefarious did happen to her, I will hope they find out about it. It's just like a lot, y'all. It's just so much that I don't even remember where I put what. And also, you got some of you guys may remember that years ago, 7 years ago, one of Diddy's chefs sued him because she was, there was some real creepy things going on and she wasn't comfortable with it, and so she sued him because she said she was working some and she wasn't being compensated for the long hours that she worked. She wasn't being compensated for alleged sex parties that she had to be privy to, that she had to see. She said one time a man came downstairs. He was naked in front of her, and I just and so here's some proof of that. The lawsuit, she said at least once, summoned by Mr. Combs to serve him a post-coital meal in which he made suggested remarks. And she's also claiming that, he made, unwanted, you know, uh, sexual comments, harassing comments, towards her as well. Child, I don't know how much she got, but she settled at a court, concerning this. She settled out of court with her, and I was like, They tried to say it was a frivolous lawsuit, but if the lawsuit was frivolous, then why did he settle out of court with her? Do you see what I'm saying? And so here's some of what I was telling you about the incident that she had with the male visitor. It says the male visitor entered the kitchen as she cooked and asked her, the male visitor asked her to look, quote, look at and admire his genitals after he had engaged in sexual activity with another house guest. And I'm wondering who that house guest is, child. He was in Diddy's house. I'm just saying, a representative for Diddy dismissed the accusation, saying this is a frivolous lawsuit by a disgruntled ex-employee who was fired for cause. Child, why was she fired, really? Allegedly, because she didn't want to engage in none of this nonsense. It's ridiculous. I'm like, ugh, right? And the lady, I can't pronounce her name, I'm going to call her Ruta, said she was fired last year after being accused of theft. See, they had to make up something to get her out of there, right? So they accused her of theft. Says she said she had taken a watch, which Diddy's housekeeper said was found in the garbage. So Diddy tried to say she took a watch, they found a watch in the garbage, and that she was given a chance to keep it if she renounced her complaints. Child, she can keep the watch if she turn around and say nothing bad happened. It's nothing to complain about. Ain't that something? I was like, "Ooh Lord, ooh Lord, ooh Lord." But anyway, that didn't happen, and she went on to sue them, and they agreed to a settlement out of court. You know, and so, just a little bit, Cindy Reuter sought an unspecified amount in damages for allegations denied by Diddy that include sexual harassment and failure to pay overtime wages. Reuter said she sometimes worked from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. as she cooked at the Los Angeles home of Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs and was formerly known as Puff Daddy. Okay, I'm like, oh Lord. I would have quit too. She didn't have a life, you know. And so, but like I said, y'all, we're gonna have to wait and see. Now, Diddy has responded before I go to these allegations, and his lawyer, put this just really lackluster response when it comes to Cassie's claims, and when it comes to the lawsuit, it says in response, a lawyer for Mr. Combs, Ben Braffman, said, "Quote: Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Miss Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million. Now, see, he's trying to make it seem like she tried to blackmail him because she threatened to write a tell-all book. I don't think that was the case at all. But anyway, $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. They're trying to say she blackmailed him, right? Okay. Says despite withdrawing her initial threat, Miss Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with check it out, riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking to pay their honey. His reputation was tarnished long ago. Okay, not only is he in trouble about this, you know, the police want to talk to him about a couple of incidences. One being the execution of Tupac Shakur and his alleged involvement with it, cause that Keefe guy has said that him that Diddy and Suge Knight allegedly hired him and paid him $1 million to assassinate Tupac Shakur, and the police are going to be talking to him about that. I am sure, as well as they have launched a. There is now a criminal investigation allegedly, but it's sealed, so we don't know the details yet. But honey. This is from TMZ. It says Diddy subject to NYPD criminal investigation apparently involves sexual assault, and I'm wondering who could possibly what are they investigating? Whose case are they investigating? So, in my opinion, I'm thinking they're investigating Cassie's allegations. Like I said, remember you got 10 years to file when it comes to a domestic violence issue. So, but the case is sealed, and the public can't tell what's going on right now. But eventually, they're gonna have to unseal it, and y'all know good and well, honey. As soon as they reveal what's really going on and who they are investigating, who filed a complaint, should I say, the world is gonna know as well. Right, but right now it's on lockdown, but that's okay because we're gonna be finding out soon. Y'all, it's just so much going on. If y'all still with me, child, thank you for sticking around because we gotta talk about Will Smith real fast, right? But when it comes to Diddy, y'all know I like to give my opinions of things, and I think that I do believe Cassie in this incident. I do believe that everything that she's charged him with is documented, else it wouldn't be in the lawsuit. Because this is very high powered attorney that she has, and I think that she is really at the end of the day seeking justice, in my opinion, right? And so that's what I think about that. When I find out something else or something else comes out about it, I'm gonna let you guys know, okay? But real fast, we're gonna have to talk about this. The other day, Tasha K showed a snippet of an interview which she did with this guy. This guy is an ex, 40 plus year friend of Will Smith. I'm assuming he's an ex friend now. He's worked with Will Smith. He's been in the inner circle. So he's come out, spilling tea about Will Smith. Will Smith is also another man that there have been rumors about, forever, for years and years and years, right? And we know Jada wrote her book. When she wrote her book, she let the world know that her and Will had been separated since 2016. Honey, even the Star magazine back in 2016 was making similar allegations when it come to Will Smith and Dwayne Williams allegedly being involved in a sexual relationship, right? Now, Jada and Will have vehemently denied these claims, but like I said, they have been swirling around for years. So, anyway, this brother Bilal guy a couple of days ago, he did an interview with Tasha K. Tasha K played a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes of it, and you had to go to her website and join her channel if you wanted to, view the rest of the video. But honey, the little clip that she saw that she played, so Brother Bilal says one day they were on set or something like that, and he went looking for Will, and he went to Dwayne Martin's little what do you call it, trailer, and Dwayne Martin had Will bent over the couch and he was giving it to him, right? And so I guess he just backed out the trailer. Now brother Bilal, I don't mean no harm, but he look a little he look a little feminine to me. So, you know, I don't know. But anyway, that's what That's what he's alleging, right? So, but before Tasha K did this interview with him back in October, the Comedy Hype channel had Brother Bilal on his channel first. It was like 3 weeks ago, I believe, and I don't know if Tasha K saw this video and went to do an exclusive with Brother Bilal right here, but and I'm assuming Comedy Hype's video didn't do as well as Tasha K's video because the situation's really been blown up now. Brother Bilal told a lot of tea when it came to Will Smith. At one point in time, did you guys know that Dwayne Williams asked Will Smith to borrow over $1 million so that he could save his home? Brother Bilal was talking about that. His Will's people was trying to work it out, so it wouldn't be, like widely publicized or something like that. They couldn't work it out, but come to find out, even though they couldn't work it out, Will Smith, I didn't get to download, I didn't download that part. Sorry about it, y'all. I was gonna show y'all the receipts to that, but even though it fell apart when the assistants were talking back and forth trying to make it work, wouldn't draw attention, and all of this and all that. He eventually gave Dwayne Martin the over $1 million anyway. Wow, okay, wonder what's that's about, right? And so he said a lot more. I didn't get to go watch the whole interview. Ain't But like I said, rumors have been spread for years when it comes to Will. Like the Star magazine, they've done a couple of articles over the years concerning this situation. It's the rumored and allegations. Now we know that when it comes to Dwayne Martin, his wife Tisha Campbell. Hold on, let me I didn't download all the pictures, y'all. Oh man. But anyway, there is a lot going on, and Brother Bilal is not the first person to like I said, make these allegations. The Star magazine has been on his neck for years concerning this alleged relationship with uh with Dwayne, uh concerning Dwayne and Will, right? Not only that, a couple of years ago, Tisha Campbell, y'all remember Tisha Campbell from the Martin Show? That was Dwayne Williams' wife, and she got divorced from him. And she's saying that one reason why they're divorced right now is because of his friendship with Will Smith, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. But though, like I said, these rumors are nothing new. They have been going around forever. She's not the only one that has accused Dwayne Williams of splitting up their marriage. Lisa Ray also accused Dwayne of splitting up her marriage between her and her husband. And so, like I said, there's a couple of marriages now. I don't know what Dwayne doing, but honey, he around here splitting up these marriages, right? And Bilal, which is clearly now not in the inner circle, child. I mean, if you in a inner circle and you working for Will Smith and it's been your boy for over 40 years, all this and all, of course you gonna know some tea on him. So maybe that's why Will and Jada are so upset and they're unequivocally denying this is them early on in life. These two right here, this is just how long they've known one another, and we're used to seeing Will be squeaky clean when it comes to the public eye. And that's why you have to wonder, is this some kind of humiliation ritual? You know what I mean? Y'all know I'll be doing my theory sometime, right? So do y'all remember? I'm gonna veer off to the side for a minute. Do y'all remember? I know y'all do. When back in 2016, Jada got on Twitter and launched the Oscar So White campaign, right? Jada started complaining that there is not enough black representation when it comes to the Oscars. When it comes to the actors being awarded these Oscars, they are few and far between, and she mostly started saying Oscar's so white. They believe because allegedly she was upset because Will didn't wasn't nominated for an Oscar in the film that he made. What was the name of that film? It was about that guy that found out the brain damage in football players and stuff. I can't think of the name of it, but he didn't get an Oscar nomination for that movie, and they started complaining about, like I said, there was not enough, opportunity for black people to win these awards, right? And so she started the Oscar So White campaign. Well, to um, fast forward to when Will Smith, got up on stage and smacked the holy fire out of Chris Rock. Fast forward to that. Now, some people were saying it wasn't true. I couldn't even believe it was true at first, right? And then I mean, they didn't make Will leave the building. But ironically, after launching that campaign about Oscar So White, on the very year that Will Smith is getting ready to be given an Oscar for his role in another movie that I can't think of. Ironically, and also it's the first year that a black man produced the Oscars. I mean, that Oscar show was fabulous. It was beautiful. It had Beyonce singing. It was a lot going on with the Oscar, right? It was great. But Will Smith, after complaining for years, him and Jada, that Oscar's so white, on the first year out that all of this diversity is going on, Chris Rock is the host of the Oscars once again. Like I said, he'd been nominated for an Oscar, but he chooses that night to go up on stage in front of the world at the Oscars and slap taste Lord, Chris Rock's, slap taste out of him on stage, right? When all on the night that all this stuff going on, I find it very coincidental. I feel like I don't know if they flipped the switch in his head, because he was in that Church of Scientology, and who knows what be going on when people dance in the synagogue. I say, you have to be squeaky clean if you want to be as popular as a black actor as Will Smith. Will Smith is even now worth billions of dollars when it comes to the movie industry, right? That's why they always turn the stories around from being Will Smith's fault to being Jada's fault. Okay, some kind of way Jada is gonna get blamed for it, right? It would appear that Jada is the stronger of the two. I felt like allegedly in my mind that Jada may have been the beard forever. You know what I mean? But you know what they said, bad marriage for life. That's what they said, not me. But anyway, I just find it very coincidental on that night in particular, that is when he chooses to go up on stage and defend his wife. Because Chris Rock had been speaking very derogatorily about Jada Pinkett Smith for years. Like that was the first time that he spoke derogatorily about her, because Will has called him out before, right? And so, but yeah, I just found it interesting that he chose that night to do what he did. I sure do. But I found so one of my receipts I got, this is on in 2018. It says it says can you list it? Well, now this right here, they were asking in 2018, to list all of the monies and whatever else Duane owed Will, and they were going to, try to find a plan, to make some effort to pay back or something. But let me read it to you. It says, can you list? This is one of Will's assistants saying, asking Dwayne's assistant or whoever Dwayne's people is, can you list the outstanding issues? Um, this seems like we should be able to clear this up quickly. If we get all the points itemized, they can clean it up if they get everything in order, right? Says I can make the calls immediately. Said the point is to simultaneously get the books cleared, meaning get back what all he's loaned Dwayne and did for Dwayne over the years. Get the books cleared while helping shake transition, right? Says I want to do all in one final plan slash transaction. Let me know quickly. And so I'm like, okay, what does that mean? So child. Anyway, here's another one. Here's another. Um, I think this was an email that was sent right here. It said previously I had spoken to Duane's advisor about the uh about there being two females, two ooh no two feasible reasons. I can't even read. Y'all can read it, okay? I can't. The writing's too small, and I can't read it, child. But this is them trying to work it out between Duane's camp and Will's camp, right? And so that's what they doing. Child, but like I said, my glasses is too small. I can't hardly see anyway, child. But anyway, so you heard what Brother Bilal said, right? Well, a couple of days ago, and like I said, there were rumors. Tisha Campbell first she was defending, trying to defend the Smiths, trying to defend Will and Jada when these rumors first started popping up. She didn't believe it at first, but her and Duane is divorced now, and so she says usually I ignore. I can't read that. And I'm tired of the media attacking the Smiths. She said they're I guess they're only one couple. I wish people stop perpetrating lies. You know what I mean? So she was denying any type of allegations. She probably didn't believe it herself, but I think some point in the line she got hip to the game, child, and she'd have left him alone and got divorced now. Ain't good for her. Okay. And so what is it I want sure. Uh, let's see here. Oof. Mm-mm-mm. So Will said this story is completely. What did Jada say? I think Will said this story is completely fabricated. And the claim is unequivocally false. That's what Will said, right? Furthermore, a source close to the situation tells us, um, we will have to. We tells us Will is considering taking legal action, following Bilal's remarks. Now, if he do that, it's gonna be wanted. This gonna be what she wanted him to do, honestly. And then she says this. She goes on to say this. Child, it's a lot going on. I probably read them out of order, child. But anyway, she totally denied the, allegations between him and Duane sleeping with each other. She said no. She said, that's part of it. I would say that none of that's true. I definitely can understand why there'd be misunderstandings. Mm-mm, mm-mm, but none of it is true. That's what Jada said, and also they're considering, they're talking about suing, brother Bilal. Some people felt like they were talking about suing Tasha K. I didn't see anything of that sort. It's been there's documented proof of all things that he done, so ain't nobody worried about that, don't you know? And so this is his sister. His sister is something else. She made a statement a while back years ago. This is his mom. I don't know what the shade was about, but there was definitely shade. His mom on the right, his sister's on the left. And her statements reads, I hope this is it. Says pick and choose your heroes and role models wisely. Rich and famous doesn't equal better. Right? That's what she said. Oh, she said that second, but first she said oh God, those of you who follow and admire so much promoting truth and keeping it real don't seem so admirable now. And people are speculating that she was talking about Jada. We don't know if she was or not, but if she was, honey, this what she said, child. Okay. Whew. Like I said, it's just so much going on. We're gonna have to wait and see how this pans out. But they have been making these claims against Will Smith and uh we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. We're gonna have to wait and see. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. That's all I got for now. I believe I showed you everything. I showed you my receipts that I had. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It don't make no sense. We're definitely gonna have to wait and see. Mm, mm, mm. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. Please like, share, subscribe. The video um if you haven't subscribed to the channel, like I said, please subscribe. And when you subscribe, um, hit that notifications bell. And when you hit that notifications bell, please hit the owl, what do you call it? The choose the owl button, the owl part, right? I'm at a loss of words, honey. I am tongue tied because I am tired. This is the longest video. This video is almost an hour long, and it's chock full of receipts. And if you guys have been with me from front to start, thank you so much for joining me. Like, I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, hit the all button when it comes to notifications bell so that you will be notified when I decide to upload another video. Thanks for joining my channel. We are coming along nicely. Please hit the like button on your way out the door. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.